baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night. Let me clear my throat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is I Like It Raw here at Hamin Media Group on YouTube, exclusively here on YouTube. Every single Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S., ladies and gentlemen, and I don't know what the fuck time it is in Australia. Speaking of Australia, ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. I am the pundit of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here today to talk some pro wrestling and Monday Night Raw on Netflix. I'm very excited about it, but I'm not alone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with my brother from down under, the man from Melbourne, the one, the only, the man that doesn't have a Twitter for now. He has a Twitter, but he can't. It's a long story. We'll talk about it later. But ladies and gentlemen, this is my boy, my brother. It's Jimmy T from the PWC. What is crack-a-lacking, my friend?
What's crack-a-lacking? It's good. It's hot down here, man, down under. But what a better way than a hot Raw on Netflix to start 2026. It was 3 hours, but it was a great 3 hours. But boy, did it have its controversy too. And but I'm excited, man. It looked great. I'm going to say that straight up. How good was the codec of Raw? It felt like it was in 4K, dude.
You're talking about the aesthetics of the show.
Yeah, like the quality even of it, like the Netflix quality with that Netflix bling on it. I kid you not, Raw looks better than ever, bro.
Yeah, it was actually kind of like it was different. It was different.
It very much was, man. But in a good way though. I really like this new aesthetic.
They did a lot of like turning down the lights in the arena and lights mainly on the canvas. I know you and the vet were talking about how you weren't a fan of the ring, like the ring mat and stuff, but I kind of dug it. I know they had all the sponsors and shit on it, but I liked the black and the white and the I liked it, man. But I mean, listen, we got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about today.
We do.
Before,
we actually do.
I mean, we got racist, sexist Hulk Hogan that was booed out of the building.
Bro, that was awkward.
we have the Triple H gimmick at the top of the show. We have The Rock burying his year-long feud with Cody Rhodes.
That pissed me off, bro.
Out of the blue. I mean, wow. So much to discuss, but we're not here alone, ladies and gentlemen. As the show progresses, you know, the fans and the friends and the family will slowly trickle in. But for now, just a quick shout out to the people right now who are in the chat. And again, a lot more people going to join us later on in the show. So we got Chris Winland, the winningest of all Chris's in the house, the biggest ass in all of HMG. Frank's Pickleberry ass is here. We have the thankful one. We have Mr. Michael Vasquez, who is in the house. We have the slashing one, the handsome one, the dancing one. Dan Heffron is in the house. The artist finally returns to I Like It Raw. He is here. What's up, my friend? We have the master and ruler of the world, Zane Vicious, who is here. We have J12, who is in the house. Make sure you get your J12 shot. We have Blaze and Nick lighting up a fat one for you and I, because I can't do it now because I have to go to work, and I would love to do one now, but I can't. I just can't.
And Travis Scott, just quietly.
And who? Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. We got,
bro. That was oh my god. But yeah, we'll get to that.
A very interesting Monday Night Raw. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just jump into some I don't know, some pro wrestling news here. We can talk about some news, ladies and gentlemen. Really quickly, Jimmy, anything you wanted to say before we jump into the news gimmick?
No, I've got a lot to say when we go to the Raw portion of I Like It Raw, so I'll wait till then. But other than that, nah, man, I'm just ready to hear some news. And what's the news, actually? So,
all right, let's jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. It is pro wrestling news. All right. Wait a second. I got two things playing at one time. The hell? Turn this off. All right, very good. All right. So, my God. Whew, Where do we begin? I always say every news story is just basically a rumor, especially when it comes to the pro wrestling news. So we'll jump into a couple of these quick things because I want to spend the bulk of the time really talking about Raw. Even if we go over just a little bit, it's fine.
Yeah, me too, actually.
So let's just jump in. It says Goldberg will be on the January 27th episode of Monday Night Raw. Multiple sources. Do you give a shit about Goldberg showing his old ass face? What do you think? How do you feel about that?
Not really, dude. I couldn't care less, man. Good for him. I mean, do they really need to bring Goldberg back? Does it really bring more?
Jimmy, you going all robot,
freaking
Jimmy?
eyeballs? Honestly,
You went robot on me. You said eat.
well, basically, what I was saying, I'll just quickly yeah. Basically, what I said is it worth bringing Goldberg back, and does it really bring eyeballs to the show at this point? I don't think anyone gives a shit.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, let me ask you: is it possible to get the viewership numbers from last night already, or is that not a thing yet?
You read my mind, dude. I kid you not. Just before we went live right here for I Like a Raw, I was actually looking that up. I wanted to know because for the first time, Ray, it's not just about the US numbers anymore. It's actually about the world now. It matters. I am very curious, man, because to be fair, I think Netflix got over 200 million subscribers worldwide, something like that, right?
A lot of people.
If Raw doesn't get the biggest numbers that it's gotten since the Attitude Era, and even heck, let's be honest, the 80s was the biggest amount of numbers in ratings with Saturday Night's Main Event back in the day. They hit over 20 million at one point, if you remember. If they don't reach those sort of 10 mil to even 8 to 10 within the next few weeks at the least,
right?
That's disappointing, I think, on Netflix part.
I was going to ask you, what would the number be? Like, what would and I was thinking about 10 million. I was thinking it has to be about 10 million streamers, right? You don't think?
To be fair, no, I agree. To be fair, it's got to be around that mark. I know that might seem like a lot to people, but think about it, man. It's a worldwide number here. We're not talking about just the US. We're talking about everybody that's actually tuned in to Netflix with Raw Live, because literally 80% of the world, Cena said it, but it's true. Everyone is Netflix now, man. Raw is live on Netflix. And if they don't get those type of numbers, I think it would be a severely disappointing number and thing for not just WWE, but Netflix also.
Speaking of Mark, you spoke about Mark, and I wonder how Dave Meltzer is going to take this. Like, so I could see Dave Meltzer like, well, you know, if they get 10 million, I mean, it's obvious they get 10 million because Netflix has, they have 100 million viewers on a daily basis. But if they get under 10 million, you know, it's an overrated product. You know, AEW is so much better. I remember back when I was at the Tokyo Dome and I saw One Hung Lo fight Wing Tung Ding, and the 4 out of 5. Shut the fuck up. That's all I have to say to Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Shut the fuck up, Dave. Because
who cares? Yeah,
no, who cares? Yeah. But at the same time, he's got no say, man. He's got no say in the matter because, like it or not, Dave, how second rate and how bush league does AEW look now compared to WWE?
The artist return says a lot of those numbers will be driven by 3 time zones: Eastern, Central, and Pacific, to include North, South, and America, so on and so forth. The bulk of live viewership, and also, I mean, so this is like Jimmy just said, it's around the world. I can't see it getting in. Jimmy's gone. I don't know what the hell just happened there, but hopefully he'll come back. I don't see Monday Night Raw getting anything less than 10 million viewers. Like I just can't see how that's possible. But and Jimmy's back. I was saying I don't see how it's possible that they can get less than 10 million viewers. But anyway, let's run down a couple of more things here. PW Insider is saying that Triple H said that SmackDown will not remain 3 hours forever. It's expected will not remain 3 hours forever. It's expected to stay the length, that length at least into the spring. Excuse me. There is no concrete date. And WWE is trying to, so I don't know. I guess there's no guarantee that SmackDown will be 3. I think SmackDown should be a 2-hour show, at least, right?
I agree. I after watching SmackDown, dude, it felt like a drag.
Yeah, it's It's gonna be interesting. There's another thing I want before I forget. Did you notice that during the Raw, and I know we haven't talked about Raw yet, but during this live stream of Raw, nobody they weren't like when they were saying "fuck you" Solo, and they was they didn't bleep it out. They just left it in,
That's
which was thank God.
well, the cool thing about when Raw and SmackDown and just WWE in general was playing on my cable network, they never blurred it out for me, so I never was getting the censored version of Raw while watching it live or
Did,
SmackDown for that
did
matter.
you get commercials?
I'm glad you brought that up. You know what? I just realized what's
What?
cool about my feeds right now, and I'm not sure if it's the same with you, but when there was commercials, it was either about what's going on in WWE right now.
Mm.
So they'll show vignettes or a WWE shop commercial, but a lot of the times they were staying on the air. So when it went to commercial for the US,
Right.
it kept going, man, for me.
Oh,
And that was cool. Yeah, there was a lot of interesting things about that.
You were questioning whether the fact that because you were saying you were having a problem with your SmackDown stream, Jimmy.
Oh,
And,
dude, that pissed me off, man.
And what I noticed is now I don't know if this is the same thing in Australia, but so check this out. So I watched the first half an hour on my lunch break at on live, right, while I'm eating.
Right.
It started at 8. My dinner starts at 8 at work. I noticed so that I finished all my tasks and I was done by 11 o'clock. I said, "Oh, let me sit down and watch. Let me see if I can rewind it or whatever." And no, on
What?
Netflix, listen on the Netflix app, it literally just picked up from where I left off.
Oh, that sucks.
No, that's good for me. Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
That's
watched
interesting.
I watched the first half hour, right? Logged
Right.
off to Netflix on my phone.
And then when you returned, it picked up where you left off.
It
Right.
just
That's great.
continue viewing from where you were. I was like, "Holy shit, this is perfect." And then when I left, and I'm jumping on the train and shit, everywhere I dropped off, it just picked up right from where I left off. So I just got home, like I was able to watch the show in increments. I didn't have to
That's
watch.
good.
I don't. And then also, as soon as the show was over, you could literally stream. Like it was there. Was it there for you?
This time, I'm glad to report that it was, man. So I don't know if that has to do with SmackDown technically not being part of the Netflix deal in the US, but it actually is everywhere else because on Netflix in Australia anyway, SmackDown is live on Netflix as
Right.
well. So yeah, this time it didn't do that, and I was so happy, dude, because for a moment I thought, damn, because I missed the show,
Right.
I hope I don't have to download it or watch it by stupid ways when I already pay for a damn service. So yeah, I'm glad to report that didn't happen this time.
Good morning, Bruce. Bruce is here.
Bruce.
What I did notice also was I was worried about the stream. Was it going to be choppy? For me, it was perfect.
Perfect, bro, for
I
me.
was on 5G, and then when I went down to the basement of my job, we had Wi-Fi connected, and it was even cleaner. I was like, okay, this looks good. My son was saying that on his maybe it's because of his Wi-Fi, it was kind of the audio was a little weird. I told him, I said, back out and then come back in, and he said once he did that, no problems at all. We did get commercials though, Jimmy. We got like regular TV commercials.
Regular TV commercials.
Regular TV commercials, and it was like,
wow,
yeah, just regular, fucking Bounty and
like it was on television, basically.
cereal commercials and buy a
Wow.
car and all that. Just regular local TV commercials. Weird, huh?
So wherever you're from in the US, it was localized for that market.
Pretty much.
Basically,
I mean,
right?
you had your national, like Domino's Pizza and shit, but then you also had like Bob's Backyard
I feel you.
fucking barbecue.
Right.
Anyway,
He had none of that, dude.
None of that.
We didn't get none of that, dude. It was all either WWE related or we just kept going. Like the show continued for us without a commercial break. But it was weird because it'll black out, right? When it goes to commercial and then it goes straight back to the same spot. And then when they come back from commercial, you'll see it black out again for a split second and then just continue where they're off. But they never acknowledged it though, like AEW does. I just wanted to point that out.
Quick shout out. We have our friend Labrat who's in the house, Canada Spaceman. I wonder how you feeling with Justin Trudeau giving up his gimmick over there. That's a big.
Did he really?
Yeah, he said he's leaving.
Good for him.
At first,
he was like freaking idiot. Bro.
At first, he was like, "I will never retire," and then try to do a Ric Flair, but he's gone. And of course, Cold Blooded is here. Jade Cargill has been working out at the WWE Performance Center. Multiple sources are reporting that that Jade Cargill is preparing, for a comeback for a WrestleMania program with her attacker, whoever that may be. And there are two different pitches being considered for the attacker's identity. They also reiterated, these sources, that she was not injured, and it was just time for her to just basically work on multiple projects.
I said that. I actually said that. That was my guess, and then I believed the injury route. But if that's true, I can see that. I think they thought she wasn't ready just yet.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a great way to take her off of TV and have her work on herself, revamp wrestling. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the show. Yeah, so good for her. Hopefully she comes back and she can do a 360 Hurricane Rana from the top rope. All right, so some New Japan Pro Wrestling news. I don't know who this guy is, so this is your thing. So commentator Chris Charlton, do you know who that is?
Oh yes, I do actually.
Has been placed on indefinite hiatus by the promotion due to a negative comment he made about AEW while calling Sunday's Wrestle Dynasty show. According to multiple sources, during Kenny Omega's match, Charlton called AEW owner Tony Khan, and I quote, a money mark.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
So, and he questioned Kazuchika Okada, Jay White, and Will Ospreay's decision to join AEW based on how they've been booked, and he said that the Continental Classic was not even close to the G1. So, wow. Jimmy, your thoughts? He said all this shit. My God, what do you think there, Jimmy? Do you think this guy's ever gonna? You think he's you think maybe he's trying to get a job with WWE? On Netflix,
possibly. First of all, he does look like a real geeky goofball, to be honest. But and he's a British guy, for that matter. Not that it matters, but he's just pointing that out. He's very over. But look, he's been in New Japan for a few years now. He knows his shit. I thought it was a work. I thought he was just working.
Apparently not.
and maybe he was working, and New Japan didn't take it that way, or AEW didn't appreciate him, or more particularly Tony Khan didn't appreciate being called the money mark, you know what I mean, and got upset, and basically that J12, I'm laughing at J12's comment. I really don't. But yeah, look, man, is that a bit harsh? I mean, if I was Chris, I would have been like, I was just working. You know what I mean? If you want to be smart and cover your ass, clearly he might have not even said that. But if he did, then that's a bit harsh, man, because I think he was just playing it up. I think the money mark comment is where he went a little too far. Possibly also calling out Jay White and Kazuchika Okada. But is he wrong?
No, he's not. I mean, Tony Khan must have been pissed off. What do you think, Tony?
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, he's dead serious. He's very
dead serious.
Very, very upset. My goodness. Listen, the fact that he did that shit and it wasn't scripted, and they have a relationship with AEW. I mean, much like bringing Hulk Hogan out in front of a fucking liberal crowd. Not a good.
That's exactly the issue with that, dude.
Not a good.
That was the issue. Wrong city.
And I will talk about Hulk Hogan because I have some thoughts regarding the whole booing incident on Monday Night Raw. But let's just move on real quickly. We have Becky Lynch, who apparently has a part in Happy Gilmore 2, which I'm really fucking excited about. As per multiple sources, Lynch's scene has already been filmed and involved her in part of a rival group of golfers that will also feature football star Reggie Bush, American football star Reggie Bush. MJF and Bad Bunny are also in Adam Sandler's sequel for Netflix. So we have Adam Sandler, obviously bringing in Bad Bunny, MJF, and Becky Lynch. MJF to WWE confirmed. No?
I mean, he's called Tony Khan all sorts of names. I mean, why isn't he being suspended?
I don't know. I guess that's more of a. I don't know. But cool.
I know. I'm just messing around.
I know. I just and listen. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have NXT tonight, And NXT is depending on when you're listening to this week. Of course, you could join me in the Vet, where we will be discussing NXT's New Year's Evil. Let me just throw this up really quickly. So New Year's Evil, it's January 7th, 2025. That is tonight. And tomorrow we'll be on live. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come check us out 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow for our New Year's Evil review. That's me and the Vet. Anyway, let's see if there's any other news stories here. We have New Japan Pro Wrestling reportedly. Let me see. It says New Japan Pro Wrestling recently concluded its biggest weekend ever. Blah blah blah. Wrestle Kingdom 19. All right. Let me see. They've been in okay. So I think you've discussed this. Apparently, Baron Corbin. New Japan Pro Wrestling is very interested in bringing Baron Corbin in to New Japan Pro Wrestling. What do you think about that, man? Baron Corbin going to Japan. I mean, he is a jiu-jitsu.
I don't know if it will suit. I think he is actually, and he's won tournaments. Believe it or not, isn't he
Jimmy,
also a former Golden Gloves champion?
Yeah, he is. Jim, you might just back out and back in because I think you're a little delayed. Maybe that's on me.
You know what it could be, dude. My computer says it wants to update. Right?
Don't do that.
And it could be that.
Don't do that yet.
I'm not. But it could
not
be
yet.
that's
After the
reason. But yeah, I'll refresh.
No, yeah, but it sounds like we're pretty good right now. It's just sporadically. But anyway, so New Japan Pro Wrestling may be bringing in let me see, maybe bringing in Baron Corbin. That sounds pretty cool. Let me see, AEW Mike Santana explain who gives a shit. Let me see, Vince McMahon's still an asshole. Everybody is racist. What else we have here? I think that's pretty much it for the news. Let me just Google this one more time. Anyway, really quickly, Jimmy, anything you wanted to chit chat about before we move on to really break down Monday Night Raw?
No, I was kind of surprised by SmackDown not being 3 hours, like, on a permanent basis. And two, I've even heard Triple H himself say that Raw might not be. It's basically whatever they feel like doing. That's basically what he's saying. If Raw needs to be 3 hours,
right,
it will be. If Raw needs to be 45 minutes, and I'll quote, that's what he said.
Yeah,
it will be 45 minutes. I wonder if that rings true.
That'll be interesting. I mean, the fact that Raw went over just a little over 3 hours, I think, this week with commercials.
It did, dude. It went over 3 hours.
Went over 3 hours, but it'll be interesting that week that is just a 1 hour show. If that's ever gonna really be a thing, who knows?
Well, it'd be interesting.
Who knows? Let me see what it says here. Hey, the Costco guys told Cultaholic that they're going to be returning to AEW in 2025.
Will be.
Jesus, who gives this? Who gives?
And one more thing before we do get into Raw, the fact that Penta didn't debut this week, I'm pissed as well.
Say again? Oh, that he didn't
Penta.
Well, we'll talk about that during Raw because we know we know when he's coming, and you're gonna have to tune in. You're gonna have to tune in and stay here to find out if you didn't watch Raw live. Let me see here. Let me see. It says, according to Dr. Featherstone. Who is this Dr. Featherstone character?
I have no idea.
It says here, Hulk Hogan. All right, we know that. It says Stone Cold Steve Austin was also apparently discussed to make an appearance, but that was scrapped. I really wanted to see Stone Cold Steve Austin last night.
I was surprised, dude, that he wasn't on there, and I can't help but wonder if Austin is a little pissed about it.
Why would you say that?
Only because, I mean, think about it, man. You're Stone Cold Steve Austin. You're celebrated as the guy in WWE history, as the number one guy in many ways. I mean, is he not celebrated as that? He's the reason why they won the ratings war and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that he wasn't on there on such a memorable Monday Night Raw, and it felt like the biggest Raw in the history of Raw, it really did. I'd be a little bit bitter. I wonder if it was a money issue or just, I have no idea.
It's always about.
It's got to be money, right? Exactly.
But yeah, I was very disappointed. But hey, just because he didn't turn up this week doesn't mean he ain't gonna whip some open up a can of whoop ass next week. Who knows?
I hope so. I mean, it's no secret he plays hardball, dude. He's kind of very protective over his character too, which I don't blame him.
I don't know if it's a character. I think that's pretty much who he is. Dialed down a little bit, but Gabe Sapolsky signed a new deal with the WWE last year, and he's been overseeing apparently the WWE ID brand thus far, and is rumored to be in charge of the creative for WWE's potential revival of Evolve Wrestling. Any thoughts on that, Jimmy? As he drinks it, what is he drinking? What is that? I've never seen that before. What is that called?
It's an Aussie soda called Bundaberg.
Put up to the camera. I want to see what that looks like. Move it back. There you go. Bundaberg. Oh, pineapple and coconut sparkling drink. That sounds good.
It's in glass too. Yeah, it's nice, man.
It's in glass. You guys get glass bottles?
We do with Cokes, Pepsi. We got cans as well, obviously, and plastic bottles. But yeah, we got the glass versions too, and that's the best, dude. Coke out of a glass bottle. Oh my god.
We don't get this.
You don't get it in the US?
No, we don't get many glass bottles. Bruce is saying that Hogan should have switched over to the Hollywood Hogan.
Exactly. Thank you,
All right,
Bruce. I was gonna say the same thing.
We're gonna discuss that.
I was gonna say the same thing.
You know what? Fuck it. We'll discuss it right now, ladies and
Let's
gentlemen.
talk about it now, man.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get to it.
It's fine, ladies. It's time. It's Vader time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to talk some Monday Night Raw. All right, Jimmy, you take it away, brother.
Well, can we just talk about the Hogan thing? And one more thing, J12, I hear you, bro. Jaritos in a glass bottle is the bomb. We've got that here too.
You have Jaritos?
Yeah, we do, man.
The Mexican.
That is it's a great soda, man.
It's fucking.
But
isn't it like 90% sugar?
It probably is, but it's pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. Jaritos, that's the soda. But back to Hogan and what Bruce said. Let's just get that out of the way because really it's a nothing. It's no big deal.
So we're gonna talk about Hulk Hogan now.
Let's talk about Hogan now because I think the people want to hear it. You know, everyone wants to get to it. I want to get to it. But what Bruce said is 100% correct, dude. And it looked like, I just want to say this, Hogan looked like for a moment he was gauging that, man. Like he was thinking about it.
He
really did. He looked like he was going to do it, and then he thought, I better not. You know what I mean? I'll just stick to the...
If he came out waving a transgender flag, you think they would have cheered? I'm just wondering.
That, you know what? That's a great idea, though. You know why? Because imagine... No, I'll tell you why. Imagine the heat the people would have gotten for booing that. Can you imagine?
They would have been confused. So look,
jeez.
I'm going to make my statement on this, and then you can go off on it.
All right, I'll wait for after you. Yeah, please.
Right. So you guys know that I lean more towards, I would say I'm more of a conservative Republican. But people are fucking done with Hulk Hogan. I need you to. I need you all to listen to me. I know what Hulk Hogan. Listen, this is going to sound sacrilegious, and I'm just be really honest with you guys.
Just be straight up, man.
Hulk Hogan is obviously the reason, one of the many reasons, but I would say the main reason why pro wrestling is where it is today. Okay,
100%.
Hulk Hogan is the GOAT when it comes down to the most famous wrestler.
There's no ifs, there's no buts.
No one greater. But with all that greatness, Hulk Hogan was pretty much, in my humble opinion, a piece of shit. Hulk Hogan, not just once, but on multiple occasions, did
it recently.
he's come across with terrible racist statements, and I wasn't a big fan of Hogan, and I haven't said this to anybody. I'm airing this out right now. I wasn't a big fan of Hulk Hogan coming out to support Trump, even though, you know, listen, to America, this is what we do here. We're allowed to kind of voice our opinions and support who we want to support. But the fact of the matter is that Hulk Hogan has stained his career. He should just fade off. WWE needs to just eliminate the partnership with Hulk Hogan. I mean, don't not acknowledge the fact of what he did in the past, but also acknowledge the fact of what he did in the past. And what he did in the past was some racist, fucked up shit. Sorry. It is what it is. And the fact
it is what it is, right?
I'm gonna go off on this, Jimmy, and then I'll shut up. But
no, go sick, dude. Go crazy.
The fact of the matter is that, number one, how the hell are you gonna bring out Hulk Hogan in front of the bluest of blue fucking states in California? I mean,
dude, I'm from Australia and I know that. That's why I laughed. I said that was the first thing I said.
I was like, what are they doing? And then he comes out, right? And he's promoting his fucking beer. Nobody gives a shit. I made a joke. I made a joke during our text. Me and Billy Ray and Colin, we have like a group text, and I was like, when
Group
Billy Ray
sex?
group text, you idiot. I was like, when you guys come over my house for the Royal Rumble, I'm gonna fucking get a big case of real American beer. Listen to me, I ain't drinking that fucking beer. I'm not
You gotta
drinking that.
get it for a rib.
I am not drinking that fucking beer. Listen, again, I will acknowledge the fact it's like Ric Flair.
He's a piece of shit.
Ric Flair is a terrible person, folks, in my humble opinion. He literally swung
He's
his
a
dick.
piece of shit.
He swung his dick in front of multiple people for no fucking reason. But also on top of that, he's, from what we understand, he's an alcoholic and just not a great guy.
Dude,
And
you know what I don't understand? How the culture has embraced Ric Flair the way they have, because he's known to be a racist motherfucker from back in the day, bro. But the whole like black culture has embraced him, which I don't understand.
I don't get it. But also, you look at people like The Rock.
Right.
I mean, there are multiple stories of The Rock, just
Dude.
listen, hold on, being incredibly difficult to work with. Apparently he pisses in his water bottles and hands them off to yes, the Voss that he apparently on set. He doesn't use the bathroom with the regular folk. He'll piss in his Voss water bottle and then hand it off to one of these kids working there. Hey, toss that out for me. Like, that's
nah, bro. Why'd you tell me that for, man?
And then on top of that, you have him with fucking Oprah begging for money, even though he could
Oh
probably buy Hawaii.
God.
So,
oh my God.
What I'm saying is this. I'm just gonna say this. I think WWE needs to just cut Hulk Hogan out. Never bring him out on stage.
You think so? Really? Wow.
Yeah, just never bring him out again. It left a bad taste in my mouth seeing him come out there. Number one, he's not what Hulk Hogan was, what Hulk Hogan stood for, that character. Two separate things. Now, we live in a different world now. We know what he said. We know what he did. We know the type of person that he is. And you know what, man? It's just not good. It's just not good. I think Hulk Hogan needs to be eliminated from WWE TV for the rest. Again, you can still play Hogan slamming Andre and all this other shit and what you gonna do, brother, all this other shit. But when it comes down to bringing him out on TV, I think we're done. I wonder if we were in Texas, Jimmy, would Hogan get cheered?
More than likely. I mean, was he really getting booed previously? He actually wasn't.
No, bullshit. Because I went to an event a year or two ago or something like that.
It wasn't this bad anyway. I could tell you that.
Bro, Hulk Hogan is just people are over it. They're over him. And
I get that, man. But it's still he is who he is, regardless of what you think of him. You know what I mean?
Zane Vicious with the yappa pie. Anybody
yappa pie.
So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Listen, I love Hulk Hogan as a kid. Hulk Hogan was my favorite.
Me too, man. He's the reason why I love this shit.
But I'll say this, am I gonna never watch Goodfellas anymore? Because I think Robert De Niro's a fucking asshole and I think he's a weirdo now. No, I'm still gonna watch it. But I understand that there's a difference between the character and the person. Hulk Hogan came out as Hulk Hogan, the character, but I think there's just too much realism, too much information out there on who Hulk Hogan really is for anyone to really like. You shouldn't. I'm sorry to tell you this, folks, and I'm going to come off like an asshole when I say this, and you'd be like, "What are you talking about, Ray?" I don't think anybody should cheer Hulk Hogan. He's not a good person. The character, you can celebrate the character and what he did for professional wrestling, but never bring him out to it. And I agree, artists, it's a different era, a different time and place, man. Just Hulk Hogan should just Triple H wake up. Like, this was a bad call. Anyway, go ahead, Jimmy. We're done with this after this.
I agree with you to an extent about what. Well, I agree with you with what you said, but I might not agree with you about just freezing him out like that.
Why not?
It's kind of, oh man, this is a hard one, man. But
I mean, say what you feel. I want to hear what you feel.
No, look, I agree with you 100%. All right, with everything that you said, except for the part, because maybe a piece of me in my childhood doesn't want that. You know what I mean? I know he fucked up. He fucked up bad. All right. But, and you know what? He fucked up even recently again. I could have
What happened
maybe
recently? I don't know what happened recently. What happened recently?
at the Kamala Harris friggin' no, the Trump at
What
the
did he do
Trump
there?
rally when he was talking shit about Kamala Harris being dark and Indian or some shit.
Oh.
Then he ripped his shirt. Yeah, see what I mean? He did that recently as well. I know he's
Forgot about
crazy.
that one.
Now you can't excuse it, right? Once he says that, there's no excuse. Even though there's no excuse before that, but then and there it looked bad. But also, if I was him and you could make money out of this because the heat would have been magic, I would have just stopped right there, right? And been like, let me tell you something, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Not saying motherfuckers, but you're the reason. This is what I would have said. Everyone here, I'm the reason why you're all here. The Rock, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, everybody. There wouldn't be no Stone Cold or The Rock if it wasn't for me, brother. You know what I'm saying? He should have gone all Hollywood. If he did that, that would have popped me, right? But that doesn't excuse that he's a piece of shit. But at least run with it. And it looked like he was gonna do that. He was thinking about doing it. It just looked like it. Then he just decided not to. But no revamp. I'm not taking the Hogan vitamins, but I'm playing up. It's pro wrestling, right? You can boo and cheer and do whatever the fuck you want. But at least if he did that, you might as well ride the wave. Be that piece of shit. You might as well fucking just do it. You know what I mean? There's no other way to go but do that. Yeah. But it would have been controversial probably too.
He thought about it, like you said.
He did. It looked like he thought about it.
Because even Jimmy Hart was like standing there like, oh shit, let me stop waving this flag. What's up, G-Ball? What's going on, man? G-Ball jumps in the chat. So, all right. Any final statements on the debacle that was Hulk Hogan coming out in front of the most liberal crowds in all?
Yeah, and that's shame on WWE because that was the first thing that went to my mind. Right? They would have surely known. Are you telling me there wouldn't have been a piece of them, even Triple H or anybody, that wouldn't have expected him getting booed out of the building like that? That's almost a rib, dude.
Yeah. It's inevitable. It was inevitable to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
And not for nothing. Again, people celebrate. You can celebrate the Ultimate Warrior and what his character was, but again, another guy who was a piece of shit.
But he's a piece of shit. Like, let's be real. I loved the Ultimate Warrior too, but another one, big piece of shit in every sense. Racism. He was anti-gay. He was everything, dude. He hated all that, and then suddenly, he didn't even apologize, bro. Actually, he didn't even come out and apologize. At least Hogan tried, right? But it was too late. It is what it is. Well, I said tried, not he did. We had big difference.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna
try to apologize.
I'm going to say this, and it breaks my heart to say this, but I really feel this, and I genuinely feel this. Ladies and gentlemen, fuck Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry. Fuck Hulk Hogan. No, don't fuck Hulk. Fuck Terry Bollea.
Actually, that's a better way of putting it. Fuck Terry Bollea, definitely.
That's it. Jimmy, let's jump into Monday Night Raw, man, and we can skip that. I mean, we can acknowledge the Hogan part, but let's run through this, man. What do we got?
Well, we start off, obviously, live from L.A., from the Intuit Center or Intuit Dome, which is the Clippers' new home arena.
How'd you like
to point out?
How'd you like the aesthetics, like the opening?
Awesome, bro. Gimmick. Oh yes, let's talk about that. I love it because it was obvious they're gonna knock the curtain down, and this is where I had a problem. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about what they did was this was metaphoric, right?
Absolutely. If you didn't understand what this whole meaning was behind it, you don't know wrestling, straight up. Like,
so basically what they did, Jimmy, was, folks, and I don't know if
they removed the curtain, bro. Basically,
they tore down the curtain of kayfabe. Kayfabe is 100% dead. They actually on television spoke about the carnival, the carnies. They spoke about
all the inside wording of what's the baby face and the heel, and
bro,
man, what the fuck, bro?
Now my question to you is, chat and Jimmy, are you okay with this?
I'm not okay with it. I was complaining to D, as a matter of fact, because I know everybody generally knows, and I say that generally because there are people for whatever reason that fall for this shit. But generally, if you're a freaking switched on person, you know it's all bullshit, right? But in saying that, they still, tries at times to foot. And at times, you see people still running into the friggin' ring to try to get on top of someone, right? It still happens. It means, people still fall for this shit. You know what I mean? And shout out to D. Thanks, Zane. I'll tell her she's not in the room right now. But anyway, I felt like by the way he was talking about all those insider terms, bro, it was unnecessary. Didn't need to go there. Heck, there would be people out there that probably don't even know what the fuck half those terms meant. Honestly, dude.
Yeah.
And for that alone, I was very disappointed in Triple H going literally all out in the symbolism of literally getting rid of the curtain. There's no more. We're not going to hide nothing. We're going to tell you who we are and what we are.
Yeah.
That doesn't sit well with me.
I'm torn because a part of me is okay with it because of how smart the pro wrestling fans are. And by the way,
I get that, man.
Got to talk. By the way, I want to talk about this right after we finish this little segment. The Royal Rumble being in Saudi Arabia, big mistake, and I fucking agree with you 1,000. Like, my God, are you fucking kidding me? Oh Jesus! Just have Hulk
Hogan, dude.
Have Hulk Hogan come out, win the Royal Rumble, brother.
The real Saudi friggin', the real Saudi, basically, not a real American.
Listen,
Jesus Christ!
Triple H coming out there and
they're pimped.
Listen, he tore down the curtain. He says wrestling is fake.
Yeah.
Part of me is okay with it. Part of me is sad, and I think the only reason I'm sad a little bit is the same reason that I'm disappointed with Hulk Hogan, and all that is just basically the nostalgia part of me that reminds me of me being a kid and growing up believing that the Killer Bees actually had a shot to be tag team champions. The fact of the matter is,
I used to love the Killer Bees, bro.
Who didn't? They weren't ever going to win the tag team titles.
That's why I laughed, of all people, like of all tag teams.
But realistically speaking, we hold on to these things, and we hold on to these things because we don't want to let go of reality. And the reality is that, Jimmy, people know that wrestling is predetermined or scripted or what have you. And people listen, everybody uses any wrestling fan knows the term over and being buried and gimmick and all this other shit. It's already it's now well beyond the I understand you want to save kayfabe, but brother, kayfabe has been dead since 1980. What? Come on.
No, you're right. Okay, technically, yeah. Okay, even by the time I turned 12, dude, I knew that it was bullshit. And when I say that, I used to call the 1-800 numbers back in the day.
You spoke to me, Gene?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. But I used to call them up all the time. That's how I knew who Meltzer was too. There was local ones. They'll report the news from Meltzer and Keller back in the day. And that's how I got to know the backstage stuff. And so what I'm saying is I basically knew from a young age that it was practically bullshit. But when you look at the broader fan base, right? I know to us, it seems like, and to everyone in the chat, it seems like we all know what's going on. But surely there's a big part of that fan base that doesn't know the behind the scenes stuff. You'll be surprised, dude. There are fans out there that really have no idea what goes on behind the scenes.
Did you like the fact that and I like this, and maybe some people didn't, but I like the fact that during this entire show they were catering to the people that probably tuned in for the very first time ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they were like describing who these people were, the stories behind them, and it was like I like that shit. I don't know, Jimmy. It's a really tough thing to really get down.
Did they have to go there? Why did they have to do that part though?
What do you mean?
See, they could have basically Triple H could have just celebrated WWE, right? The company that it is. Okay. But instead we had to get all marked hard. I'm sorry, Trips, but I know you're the game. But God damn it, bro. You say you're the cerebral assassin, but you just went all fucking, bonkers on us. He didn't have to go there. That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't have to explain it like that. He could have just celebrated how, glamorous this was to be part of Netflix. Yeah, the 1-900 numbers, right?
$2 the first minute.
Dude,
45.
I'm telling you, The the bills that are
That's the look. That's the look on my father's face when he saw the bill.
Yeah.
The look on Steve's face when he saw the bill
Dude,
after I called that shit like 10 times.
I would get the fucking belt, bro, after fucking the phone bill. I used to do it to my grandparents as well,
Oh,
dude. Even my
no.
dad's friends. If I would go out with my dad, like just say he'd visit his friends and I would be with him, I'll do it to their bro. I was bad. But anyway, back to this.
But look what Aaron Ben Shlomo says. Jimmy, Rhea's husband, Buddy Murphy, showed a picture of him using her ass as a pillow. Tear down the curtain and end kayfabe. Nobody takes it seriously.
But how does that really affect kayfabe per se?
It does. Because
why though?
Wasn't she fucking Dominic at that time? She was technically. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's true. Right, I get that. But does people really know who Buddy is in a way, other than the real Marktards? When you think about it, like honestly, be honest, man. And he's a fellow countryman, right? But we all know that they're together anyway. Again, it's that fan base. Only we see that type of shit. I don't think the broader fan base really see that shit. That doesn't bother me as much compared to like being on worldwide television, potentially having hundreds of millions of eyeballs on your damn product. And then you come out and give us all these marked-hard terms like heel, babyface, you know what I mean? And shit like that, and work and shoot. We don't need that. All we needed to see was a celebration of how we got here, dude. How we got to this point with Netflix and WWE and how big of a deal this was. But instead, we got all these marked-hard terms that didn't even need to be said.
See, all right, so I'm going to agree with Elizabeth. She says, I was okay with it. And she's talking about what we were talking about regarding Triple H and everybody discussing, like, breaking down everything. Anyway, she says, I was okay with it because obviously there were a lot of people who had never watched WWE before tuning in, or maybe people that came back.
But that's my problem. Exactly right there. The fact that there's all these new eyeballs and we're giving out all these terms that they probably don't even know what the fuck he's on about.
But they will find out. But if they continue to tune in, they will learn. Jimmy, let it go.
Maybe I'm too old for this. Now. I get it. It's a new era. If it's gonna be a new era of bullshit, whatever, man.
What's going on? I
don't know
how to say this.
Rajwanti, I think.
Rajwanti, that's a beautiful name. I like that name. That's
Rajwanti.
I dated a Rajwanti back in the day. But welcome, my friend.
Absolutely welcome.
So we're gonna have to run through some of this show quickly. But I wanted to get the crust of we had a lot of celebrities as well, and like
there was a lot, bro.
Who got the biggest pop? Who got a bigger pop? Was it Macaulay Culkin or Topanga?
No, Macaulay Culkin. 100%.
You think so?
Yeah, because he's a wrestling fan too, bro. We all know that. He's a huge wrestling fan
Seth
as well.
Green, but he didn't really get that big a pop. There was
but Macaulay Culkin is kind of like, he's like us.
Yeah.
Like
one of the boys.
Into him.
He's one of the boys.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He really is.
Cool. I mean, Jimmy,
he's one of the marked cards.
Jimmy, this felt really big. This felt like WrestleMania to me this Monday Night Raw. And as we went past that,
it did, dude. It really did.
And as we finished up with the whole fucking video thing and everything, we kick off the show with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who comes out and he puts everybody over. He puts over Cody, he puts over Netflix, and I mean he cuts the straight up babyface promo. So what happened to the final boss?
Fuck you, Dwayne Johnson. Straight up, man. Talk about shitting on the industry, bro. That's straight up, man. I'm a big Rock marktard. I was a Rock guy over Austin any day. I was always the Rock. Full blown Rock guy. Really? Yeah, I was. I wasn't into Austin like I was with the Rock. I was all out Rock, man.
It was always Austin.
See him do this. Nah, see, Austin wasn't even in my top 3 at that time, bro. Put it that way. I was a fan of his, but not. Put it this way, the Rock was way over for me. But anyway, he absolutely shat on the business by doing this. I don't care. I see the comments. It's a new era. It's a time changer. I see you, Scotty. But how do you explain that? So we're going to pretend now that this shit didn't happen? That was it? Like, we're done. This is their way of actually getting out of this storyline because they don't know what The Rock is going to do next.
Wait, are you hold
Triple
on,
H is right.
Jimmy? Wait. Are you saying that The Rock did not have sex with Mama Rhodes?
He probably did,
Oh,
but he fucked everybody after this, though. That's the thing. He didn't just fuck Mama Rhodes. He fucked you. He fucked me. He
Oh.
fucked the chat.
Oh,
He
man.
fucked everybody
ah.
by doing what he did, man. And worst off, thank you, artists, by the way. Worst off, he fucked on the industry, bro. And that you don't do that. You don't. That's lazy. It's bullshit. And what Triple H said, The Rock does whatever he feels like it and turns up whenever he does. I couldn't sing any truer than that, dude. Because I believe he felt like doing that, and he did.
Rock versus
Sorry for
Hulk
my rant,
Hogan.
but I had to.
Rock versus Hulk Hogan 2 at WrestleMania. Book it. All right.
God.
So The Rock comes out. He basically ruins. He finishes off everybody. Kayfabe is officially dead, and then finally, but
The Rock
listen,
did this after that with no lube, like Labrat said.
Jimmy. When you go to a movie, do you say Thanos didn't really fucking eliminate half the universe?
But it's a movie, and
This
I know
is
that
so
subconsciously. You know what I mean?
This is bullshit. I'm leaving. Give me my $40 popcorn.
Okay, all right. Look, this is
saying.
my issue then. The way wrestling is, sort of produced and the way we look at it, it's like it's a live sport, is it not? Does it not mimic a live sport?
Sure, why not?
There's my issue. Otherwise, don't do it like a live sport. Make it, stay for what it really is. Go all Lucha Underground. Like, you know why Lucha Underground was good?
Why?
Because they told you what they were. They didn't sugarcoat it. They full-blown said it without using marketing terms, right? So only the marktards get it, wink, wink, right? They just told you. And that's why it was enjoyable to watch, because you can go into it with that vision. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Whereas this is the complete opposite in many ways.
Shout
Sorry, again.
Shout out to Mike Martin. Yeah. He jumped into the chat, said a bunch of cool stuff. But let's move forward. Jimmy, we got Roman Reigns versus Sikoa, Tribal Combat. Now, I'm going to ask you a question before we even discuss this match. I'm going to ask you a question, Jimmy. Hold on. Jimmy, because of the fact that Triple H killed kayfabe, because of the fact that The Rock came out and we know now that he did not have sex with Mama Rhodes, did this take away from this fucking awesome match?
Yes, it
what?
did.
Are you on drugs?
It kind of did.
Would you stop?
Bro, I mean, why do we see The Rock kissing his freaking cousin last night?
What?
The Rock even kisses his damn cousin after the match. Like, give me a break, bro. Will you be serious for a minute? Like Gorilla used to say. Like, come on.
Jimmy, stop it. This match was fucking awesome.
No. Okay, look, the match was good. It started off very slow, but let's be real.
But that's the way a match supposed to be. People,
and that's true.
Psychology.
You're right. You got to get to the crescendo. I know that. That's true.
My God.
But the match was very long.
It was
there was
great.
a lot of period. But it turned great. Remember, people don't have patience anymore.
Well, fuck people.
Right?
Fuck people's patience.
That's my point.
Fuck them all.
That's my
fuck
point.
you all, guys. Hey, dude, this was fucking perfect. It started off slow. It worked their way up. We lost the referee. We got the fucking running from the family. I mean, they were meaningful false finishes. Meaningful false finishes in the match. You had run-ins by Kevin Owens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kevin Owens running in.
That.
I thought The Rock was going to get involved somehow, but it didn't happen. Bro, Roman Reigns, and we always and during the entire match, you had the specter in the back of your mind. I know it.
True.
Listen, I know you all felt this. You're like, is Paul Heyman going to turn on Roman Reigns? But he didn't. And then he gets the hot red chili pepper necklace, put over his neck by not Paul Heyman. Yeah, the Hofalova. And he got that thing put on his neck by The Rock, who did come out. Dude, I thought this was he's a tribal chief, bro. Acknowledge him.
Yes, great. Look, it looked good. Yeah, it was a great moment. But again, what was all that bullshit in 2024 for? What was all that for?
It was for the fans.
For the fans?
Yeah.
It was for nothing.
Oh.
Literally, we're going to get nothing. And if they turn around and pretend this shit didn't happen, I am hot. Mm-hmm. If they're going to pretend that shit never happened now and just say they go full blown into storyline again, just say.
Mhm.
I'll be even more pissed, bro.
So
if they
it,
just pretend.
so if The Rock comes out, right, and he goes, you know what,
Right.
I did have sex with Mama Rhodes,
Yeah,
you'd be upset.
yeah, I will be upset because again, what was all that shit for then? Again,
This is great.
I'm sorry, but
I love when my co-host and I disagree because it makes for better radio or video.
yeah, I
I don't
mean,
know,
we don't
man.
always have to agree, right?
I listen, bro. I get what you're saying, but again, I think you're missing the picture here.
I get what they're doing, dude. Trust me. It doesn't mean I like it.
All right, Jimmy. Jimmy officially doesn't like wrestling anymore. Is that what
What?
we're going with?
No,
No?
not
Oh,
at all. Not absolutely not. I'm still gonna enjoy it. I'm just being, real about it. Like that's all. I'm
well,
gonna have to put that bullshit aside, obviously.
listen. I don't want us to break down the match. You know how we usually read out everything.
Right.
We're
I'm
not gonna
not
do that shit this week.
there's no breaking down the match. It's the typical everyone got involved. You know what I mean? Everybody literally
But it
got
was
involved.
But I love the story that was told during this match, though. Like it was like you said, it was a slow burn, slow build. It reached a crescendo where you literally had everybody coming out because it was tribal combat, and part of the
Right.
tribe was Sami Zayn. Part of his tribe apparently is Cody Rhodes. Part of his tribe was Jey Uso. So I mean, I thought it was great, man. And then finally, when shit hits the fan, it was just those two men in the ring, and Roman Reigns hits the spear, a second spear, and gets the win. He is now the undisputed tribal chief of the bloodline.
Supposedly. But where do we go from now? That's
So,
what makes it interesting.
so now we got a new bloodline. We got the old
Do
bloodline,
we?
bloodline Wolfpack versus the
So-
bloodline Black and White.
Well, that's essentially what it was.
Bobo!
But then we
Bobo, sorry.
hey, Bobo's in the house.
What's going on, buddy?
But I'm going to point to you. Like, does that mean Solo now is the Owen Hart of the bloodline?
What do you mean?
Do you remember when the Hart
What do you
Foundation?
mean, like, is he awesome?
No. Do you remember when the Hart Foundation got back together in the late '90s with Pillman
Yeah.
in it? Right?
Yeah.
Do you remember Owen Hart was feuding with Brett for all those years
Yeah.
from '94 to
Yeah.
and then finally he had to like be with his brother again, and he cried on his shoulder when he told him that he's like, "Come here." They had a group hug, but Owen was the last one, and Owen went in to hug him, and he starts crying to Brett, and Brett's giving
I don't
that
think
look.
that's
what
not gonna happen. No, that's not gonna happen. By the way, Hammer, what's up, Charles? The Hammer.
Hey, what up, Hammer?
What's up, brother Evans? No, I don't think that's gonna happen. They're gonna fucking.
I hope not.
I think.
How do you come back from that? Remember, he's the brother of the Usos.
He's
What
the
other
baby.
way are they gonna? Exactly, right. So how do they come back from that where they're together again? What does this mean for like the rest of this new bloodline, like
I don't know.
Tamatanga and Jacob Fatu? Do they all just get together and we're gonna? Is this the new era of WWE
Well,
where we're
isn't
gonna pretend that all this shit never happened and
Well,
they're all
is-
one big
hold
happy
on, but
family
isn't-
again?
But isn't the point of a storyline to we don't know what's gonna happen, so we have to tune in next week. Isn't that like the point?
Right, but isn't this Benito La Musica right now? Isn't this done?
Is it?
How
Why?
do you come
Why?
back from this if you're solo? Like really?
And I guess we're gonna have to tune in to find out, won't we?
I hope
Uh-huh.
I'm wrong, man. I hope they've got something up their sleeve. But this thing has been going on for over 5 years now. It feels.
All right, well, let's move on. And I'm gonna help facilitate this, but we come back.
Go
from
for it,
commercial.
please.
We come back for commercial, and we finally see the logo. Penta el cero miedo.
Yeah, cool. But we got told bullshit again.
What?
You notice the trend?
Oh my
They
god!
said he
Jimmy
was
hates
going to
wrestling.
debut. No. I hate
Hashtag
bullshit.
Jimmy
I hate
hates
bullshit.
wrestling. What?
They said he was going to debut on this exact Raw. They fucking said that when we first saw the vignettes. They said this. Yeah, Ray. What's up with your new gimmick? No, I'm joking.
What gimmick?
New Ray, new year. You know what I mean? Nah.
That's right.
But no. But for real though, no. I'm joking. By the way, I'm just laughing at that though. Why did they say he was going to debut and then now we're going to get him next week instead? Like really?
Who said he was going to debut this week? Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
They said at the very start when his vignettes. Why do you think they showed us that it's Penta, the big reveal?
Who's they? Who said?
Well, the
that we
company,
definitely-
WWE.
They never said he was coming out this
Okay.
week.
They tricked us. You know what they did? You know what they
What
did
did they
here?
do?
Instead of actually debut, he did debut. They revealed him. That's what they meant.
All right. Well, they did.
And they did, but it's not what everyone was expecting, though. Let's be real.
All right, look, let's we get a hype reel for fucking Royal Rumble, Saudi Arabia, because we live in the worst timeline of all time. That's why. This is the shittiest of all shits. This is the dumbest of all dumbs. How the hell are you gonna?
I know it sounds like we're shitting on the show, but I love this show. Just
Oh,
let
the
me
show
put
is
it out
awesome.
there. Yeah,
But
I'm
what
just
the
pointing out a lot of this
Why are
bullshit.
you putting the Royal Rumble in fucking Saudi Arabia? Why not England? Why not Australia?
Money talks and bullshit walks, brother.
Why
Brother.
not? Why not? Why? Let's heal the world. Let's heal the United States. Let's heal the
Michael
world.
Jackson.
Why not put the Royal Rumble in fucking Mexico? Could you
That'd be
imagine?
cool.
Could you
Yeah,
imagine
that'd be
Royal
awesome.
Rumble in a Mexican and in a fucking football stadium? I'm sorry, a soccer
Yeah,
stadium.
I'm down for that, man. I'm down for it to be anywhere else other than around that region. No offense to anyone from there. I'm just saying, the Royal Rumble is my favorite pay per view, man. It really is.
My
Right?
favorite too.
Right.
Hold on,
Yeah, I look
Jimmy,
forward to that
Jimmy,
more than anything,
freezing
even
up.
more than WrestleMania, for real. But now I don't like the fact. Oh, it's WWE probably doing this. But anyway,
All right, he's back.
am
All right,
I
let's go.
back?
I think so. Yeah, you're back.
No, I'm not. I'm
All right,
back.
back
All
out,
right.
back out, and come back in. Back out
That
and come back in.
just and sorry, I didn't mean it. All right.
Yeah, back out. Jimmy's gonna back out real quick. Come back in, folks. Jimmy's wrong. I'm just kidding. I mean, seriously, bringing the fucking Royal Rumble to Saudi Arabia. Look, I know it's about the money, Jimmy. And Jimmy's gonna no, he's got the slow. I know it's about the money, Jimmy. I know. But my God, it's bringing Hulk Hogan out in front of fucking California.
What? See what I mean, bro? This is they're trolling us. Oh, I feel like it's a troll because if we knew this, how could they not know about that? But so let me rephrase that. I'm cool with the show being in Israel, Aaron. Just quietly.
Yeah,
I'm just
how
saying.
come WWE doesn't go to Israel?
Maybe the fan base is not big enough. I have no idea. That's a good question.
What do you mean the fans not? Come on.
Well, I mean, look at the way they do things now.
You know how many
You have
Jews
to
love?
bid.
You know how many Jews love wrestling?
I know in America and Australia, probably yeah, but like over there, I don't know. Why don't they go to Greece? We invented wrestling.
That's funny. Paolo says the women's Royal Rumble is going to look like a bunch of Power Rangers in the ring.
Oh my god, bro! Can you imagine that shit?
I can.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it now. Fuck 2026, straight up. I mean, look look all the. I know you said you love the ring mat, but they've sold their soul officially. WWE has sold their soul to sponsorship money, to blood money, to money, bro. It's all about the money.
Boo you, Jimmy. Come on. There's a difference between putting sponsors on a ring mat and taking your fucking product to the land of blood. I mean,
it's all about the fucking money, bro. Straight up, like it's all money.
You know what's more? You know what the most important thing is? That we had Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias, Ashton Kutcher, Michael Che, and Wale, and they were there. All right, so we got Rey Mysterio, all these fucking awesome wrestlers, but finally, folks, the moment that we have all been waiting for. It's the man, the myth, the legend,
Boobies.
John Cena. Look at this.
If we do this fast enough, we disappear.
He disappeared. I'm going to say something, Jimmy. I got to get this off my chest now. So John Cena comes out. He cuts a passionate promo of how he believes that there is no chance that he's going to break Ric Flair's record, 17-time champion, blah, 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 right? He cuts a passionate promo, but he goes, well, wait a second. WWE does offer a couple of golden tickets, right? And he says, you know what? I'm going to fucking be in the Royal Rumble because if you don't play, you can't win. And I love the promo, but
I loved it for sure. Right.
So I'm going to, Billy Ray Valentine, we would again talking, I'm bringing him up again. He felt that when he saw this, that John Cena was going to win the Royal Rumble. And I'm going to go on record by saying this, Jimmy. You ready for this?
I said this too. We both said it last week. Right.
John Cena will not win the Royal Rumble. And I'll tell you why. He'll win Money in the Bank.
So we're going to tease this till the end of the year, you're saying?
I think, hear me out. I think John Cena will lose the Royal Rumble. He'll be in the final 2, final 4, final 3, whatever. He'll lose the Royal Rumble, and then the story is like, God, he still can't get a win. And he'll lose, and he'll lose, and he'll lose, and he'll lose, and he'll put talent over. He'll put young people over, and then finally he will win the Money in the Bank, and he will become the 17-time world champion at WrestleMania
and
retire over Gunther, and that is it. I think that's what's going to happen because
So
everybody's
wait a
now
minute.
now everybody's expecting him to win the Royal Rumble. So I'm thinking that they're going to swerve and put him in Saudi Arabia. What happened?
So you're saying that he's going to cash in next year's WrestleMania, not this year's?
This year's WrestleMania. Wait, the Money in the Bank.
It doesn't work that way.
When is Money in the Bank?
Towards the fall.
Oh shit.
See what I mean?
All right, so
That's
I'm going to scratch that. John Cena will win the Royal Rumble. John Cena, Ashton Kutcher over Strong.
Oh, how bad of a mistake was that? What the hell were they
Damn
thinking?
it, pal. So John Cena will win, but wait a second though. Isn't he going to isn't he supposed to he's gonna wrestle a year, right? When is this?
Right, yeah. He says at the end of the year.
So then why can't he win maybe he won't.
Can.
He's not gonna
win it.
Listen, he's not gonna main event WrestleMania. That's not gonna happen for the title.
Dude, I see him winning that belt like now and then have him have that run, man, till the end, and then you put someone else over. It's a big deal, whoever dethrones him, right?
I don't know. Folks in the chat, do me a favor. Take a minute really quickly and just hit the like button on this, guys, and get this algorithm.
Yeah, please.
Get this
How
algorithm.
can you not like this episode? Come on, we're on fire tonight.
An episode
today.
Folks.
Absolutely.
We got about 20 minutes left in the show. But yeah, man, John Cena, I don't know, man. I just something's telling me he's not going to win the Royal Rumble, and he'll do the Money in the Bank thing and cash in somewhere down the line before he retires.
I don't know, man. I strongly do believe though he will get that one last run. Wherever that time, the time is now, pun intended. Cena will have another run as World Heavyweight Champion and will break Ric Flair's so-called record, becoming your 17th-time World Heavyweight Champion.
All right. I guess we're gonna see. But it's not gonna be Logan Paul. It's not gonna be Cody Rhodes. I'm just putting it out there. All right. So let's see what else we got here.
I think who would be the significant guy before we move on that should feud with Cena for that championship? I know it could be Gunther, but would it be cooler if it was Punk? Say he beats, or you know what I mean? Like
I like Gunther holding that belt. Another dominant run until John Cena takes it off of him. That's what I think. And then guess what they're going to do? Tournament time, because John Cena's going to retire with the title, and then we'll have a tournament.
He's the real All-American, the new All-American guy in many ways, like taking over that Hogan mantle. So what better person to be the big bad German?
Even though there's a possibility that CM Punk may become world champion at WrestleMania and beating Gunther.
He will also have a run with the World Heavyweight Championship, 100%.
It's going to be interesting, guys, and this is why we tune in. See, look, do you even remember the kayfabe curtain anymore? No, we're talking about this shit like it's real. All right, listen, let's fast forward a little bit here. So we go back. We got Seth Green, Macaulay Culkin. I already said these names. Daniel Fisher, who's hot as fuck. Bianca Belair's there. Sean
Rima Nunes.
No, yes, she's there. Shinsuke Nakamura. We get the women's. Jimmy, we get the women's world championship match. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Jimmy, I felt that the crowd was a little tired or like a little
gassed. Yeah, gassed, man. I mean, look how much they did to pop these people, bro.
They tried, though. I mean, listen, credit to California for two things. Number one, for allowing people to shit in the middle of the streets, and number two, for booing Hulk Hogan. But with that being said, I think that the crowd did their best trying to support this match, and which was a solid match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. But and we get all the shenanigans of what's his name, Dirty Dom, and her. What's the girl? Her
Dominic.
Dominic, but what's Raquel Rodriguez and
Raquel Diesel?
They did the chair spot with
Raquel Rodriguez.
They did the belt, sliding the belt in the ring, distracting the referee, that type of thing. But Jimmy, Rhea fucking Ripley wins the match. She is the new women's champion, yes. Jimmy. I know you're excited about that. But people booed Hulk Hogan, right? Because he's sexist and racist. Mm-hmm. Maybe it wasn't a Donald Trump thing, because one of the biggest Trump supporters comes out as the American badass motherfucker. The Undertaker.
That was great, man. That was awesome. I'll pop to that. I'm
They
not gonna lie.
cheered this goddamn Republican. This
I know.
this MAGA. California said, "Oh, we love you, Undertaker. We don't care if you love Donald
They
Trump."
can excuse that because he didn't go racial.
American badass. He came out with the racist, sexist motorcycle. He rolled around the ring.
White as can be. You know what I'm saying?
Like, fucking the Nazi gimmick salute and everything. No, he didn't do any of
He would
that.
have had the friggin' the what do you call it flag, dude?
You know,
the one that's banned in the US now.
You know, the Confederate flag.
The South, the Confederate flag, right?
You know what I thought he should have done though? Instead of just doing, because at the top of the ramp they did the whole cane and I think it would have been cool if Undertaker turned around when he pulled it into the arena and had Rhea Ripley jump on the back of the motorcycle and ride.
That would have been cool, but clearly they didn't think that like that. Clearly they don't think as good as you do, Ray. See, it's simple things like that. No, really, it is little things, but as simple as it sounds, clearly it wasn't as simple to them.
Yeah.
So I'll take my hats off to you for that one, Ray.
Yeah,
that would have been great.
That's what I thought would have been cool. But Elizabeth says, I think, what is it? I think because he supported Trump. What are you talking
about? Yeah, and it was bad too.
No.
Saying.
I'm sorry. Zane Vicious is right. That was
he's right. He's right. But you know what? He's right. There is a clear distinction, right, between the character and the person. But then if you want to say that, Zane, we saw Hulk Hogan tonight, last night, not Terry Bollea per se.
Brother.
And they still shat on him. Brother, what you gonna do, brother?
So
that don't work for me, brother.
Jimmy, quickly, what did you think of this match? And were you happy with Rhea Ripley getting the title on the biggest Raw of all time?
This was predictable. I knew Rhea was going to get her belt back. Everything they did to Rhea previously, dude, it's clear as day. And I said this, and I was right when they kayfabed her injury gimmick, her orbital gimmick. I called it from the start that was bullshit. And guess what? It was bullshit, right? And they've done this because they clearly know that no one else really in that company right now, until they bring back Charlotte even, right?
Charlotte.
Realistically can beat this woman. Yeah, Charlotte, right? But it's the truth. So
that's
they tried to
right there.
And they've had a great WrestleMania match 2 years ago. 3 years ago, whenever it was. And the thing is, man, she's the only one that's believable right now that could actually beat Rhea Ripley. Everyone else on this roster right now, there's no Becky Lynch, there's no Ronda Rousey, there's no Charlotte Flair. Tell me someone in that roster right now that's on Rhea's level right now. And there's a lot of them, but there isn't. There really isn't. In star power, none of that, dude. She's on a different level. And then there's the whole rest of the division.
Tiffany Stratton?
No. She's the only one, actually. Bianca is also a possibility. Actually, you're right, artist. I'll give you that. Bianca's the other one.
Asuka?
Please. I don't even think Asuka. She's a believable, though. She's one that could beat
Nia Jax.
No, come on, artist. You were right with Bianca, but not Nia. Only because she's fat. That's the only reason why.
Oh, man.
Sorry, big boned.
Big on my ass.
Kairi Sane is not a big enough star to be one of those people, Aaron. I'm sorry. I like her too, man. But
you're wrong, Aaron. Jimmy's right. You're wrong. So she wins the title, man. This was I thought this was a solid match between the two girls. Now, really quickly, guys, I love the fact that Dominic comes into the ring and he's like, and he goes to hug mommy. You know, like, oh, you're the champion now. And she's like, fuck you. She kicks him right in the fucking balls. And again, the Undertaker comes out. You know, the whole deal. Good spot. Nice moment. It'll be replayed for many, many years to come. Now, backstage, we got Alpha Academy. And this is what we're talking about, this the Penta thing. And he was saying that, you know, that the news is that he has trouble with luchadors. And, you know, Adam Pearce is like, well, I can get you a luchador for next week, you know, and we all know it's going to be the debut of Penta El Cero Miedo. Yeah. I'm excited. I love Penta. I wish his brother was there, but Tony Khan's a piece of shit, and he wants the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia as well. Jimmy, are you excited for Penta to show up next week?
I am, and I was, but you know, WWE gaslight us. They basically they were gaslighting us, bro.
They did not. They never promised. I keep telling you this, Jimmy. They never.
I'm telling you, watch when they first showed that vignette. Anyway, They said along the lines, they might have not said he's going to debut on that show, but they have alluded that he was. And obviously, it was just giving the reveal. That's what it was. Like, not him in the ring, but the reveal.
Well. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, this Adam Pearce is going to make a phone call, and he's calling across the border. He's like, "Listen, I need you here the next week, man. We're gonna do this thing. Bring your brother." What do you mean he's working for Tony Khan, and Tony Khan won't let him out of his contract because Tony Khan's a piece of shit? What? All right, fine. It's just you for now. We get in a match. Don't forget backstage we had the Rock leaving the arena. We have shaking Paul Heyman. Everybody's hugging and everybody's all happy. Jimmy hates this because Jimmy hates the fact that kayfabe is dead. We get Michelle McCool. She's there. Fucking damage control.
How old does she look now?
She's an older woman.
She looks
now.
great, but she looked a lot older than usual.
We have people that didn't know who the fuck Lyra Valkyria was. Travis.
Did they announce her?
They did.
Okay, I thought they didn't for a moment, but yeah.
Travis Scott comes out with his hardcore championship that was presented to him on stage during one of his and Travis Scott basically now right here in this little thing that I'm
what
reading,
a dickhead, bro. And I like Travis Scott, but god damn it.
It says that he's smoking a cigarette, but that was
he was smoking a blunt, bro. Give me a break.
A god darn blunt. On live television, WWE, he was like, and he blew out that smoke. And listen, even by the way, Michael Cole and I forgot to talk about this. And what's his name?
McAfee.
Those guys love working together. I thought they did a great job throughout the night. Do you like listening to those two? Because we've been used to Joe Tessitore, who I love. What do you think, man? You good with Michael Cole and what do you think?
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely, I do. I love. A lot of people hate on McAfee, right? But I actually like him. You know what I mean? I think he brings this energy that no one else kind of does, and he's a goofball, man. We need those goofball color guys in wrestling.
Yeah,
it makes sense, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There hasn't been anyone else since the King. And before that, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Now we got Pat McAfee, man.
I love Pat McAfee. But yeah, man, I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. But so Travis Scott comes out smoking some marijuana. And he blows
indoors, no less though. You're not allowed to smoke
the health
anything.
risk of those children catching contact. We get Drew McIntyre versus main event Jey Uso, who is this guy is so fucking over, man. Like people are crazy for him. All right, Jimmy, what did you think of this match, brother? As Jey Uso wins by an inside cradle. It's kind of a shorter match, but what did you think? Go ahead, break it down.
First of all, I just want to say about Travis Scott. I'm a fan of Travis, right? I really am.
Why?
No shit. I just like his energy, bro. I know a lot of people shit on his music, and he talks shit. Really, there's nothing really, his raps are crap. I love his sounds, though. But anyway, in saying that, he comes out with a joint, first of all. Indoor place. You're not allowed to smoke.
Allegedly.
The proof is in the pudding. It's right there. Second of all, fans were trying to go at him to get a slap on the hand. They were excited. Travis Scott fans, those hardcore fans, are wackos, bro. Okay, they're whack jobs. No offense, but if you're a hardcore Travis Scott fan, you're a whack job. And you know why? Because they kill each other, bro. They literally jump off cliffs for him, and he couldn't give a fuck about him. That's not the point, right? People are trying to touch him. He's like, get the fuck off me. You can see him saying it. He's pushing everyone away. It felt like, because you know how him and Jey were both coming down at the same time. It was kind of awkward, man, with all the fans going bananas and shit. And look at this shit.
Let me just put no sound.
He was making a fool of himself, bro.
So that is a cigarette. Oh god,
look at him.
That is weed.
That's not a cigarette, bro. There was a point where you see it's a clear joint.
You sure?
Man, I'm telling you. And WWE got pissed. Wasn't he meant to perform? They said that too, man. Remember that. They said he was going to perform, bro, and he didn't. And he was acting like a fool in this freaking segment. Like, he really did, bro. He even goes up to, once he went on commentary for that second, he's like, really, Dan? Oh, well, yeah. He's the new age hip-hop now. Yeah, Chappelle, but he doesn't do it in arenas like that. A brand new one, mind you. And that was a cigarette. But still, you're not allowed to smoke anywhere. That
No, it
was not a
wasn't
cigarette
it was
in the.
blunt.
It was a joint, 100%, man. The way he was puffing on that, I'm telling you,
Anyway.
Blaze Nick should know.
Jimmy, the match.
Sorry, I'm getting. The match
I
was
hear you.
crap. It was
it was
shit.
not
Let's be honest.
It was not.
The fans were gassed big time during this
It was-
match.
it-
Let's be honest.
It was, unfortunately, it was the bathroom break match of the night.
I felt bad for both of them, dude. Straight up, I really did, man. But even Jey Uso gassed himself out. Did you notice the breathing he was doing
Well, he
before
was
the match started?
all the weed smoke, bro. What do you want?
Yeah, he's gonna test positive now because of that. But no, for real, man. And he wasn't vaping Canada Space, man. I saw the.
It was a blunt.
Dude,
all right.
it was a
enough with the
blunt.
Listen, Drew McIntyre hit not one but two claymores, and Jey Uso was able to kick out of the claymore. But it was kind of a quick finish. He rolls up Drew McIntyre, shocking the crowd, shocking Drew McIntyre. Main event, Jey Uso wins the match. Jimmy, your thoughts of the match, not the blunt.
It sucked. Like I said,
Oh.
it really sucked the room out of that crowd. It wasn't their fault. They tried working. But to be fair, man, again, I've said this a million times about Jay, but it seems like Jey Uso not only can't improvise with his promo game, but even in the match, it just seemed like he couldn't improvise. Really, I felt like they were just sticking to the motions. There was no excitement. I know the fans have a big part of that, and that's also why I probably wasn't into the match. But just, it was bad luck on both of them being in this spot, straight up. It was the worst spot to be in all night.
We move on here, brother. We get a Gunther hype reel, which I thought was awesome. Introducing
Awesome. But where was he? How can you not have your world heavyweight champion on this show?
Relax, brother. He'll be there next week. He'll
I
be
get it,
there
man.
next week. He'll be Jimmy. You can't give everybody everything so far. You got
Right, but then why do we need these SmackDown guys?
because it's SmackDown. Well, anyway, we get a Gunther hype reel. We get Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy, putting over his Netflix gimmick, and a New Day walking in, and they all going back and forth. And we end this segment with Gabriel Iglesias and Alpha Academy doing the New Day sucks chant. New Day, by the way, I love the fact
That was funny.
they kept cutting away to like the wrestlers and everything celebrating in the box seats and everything, and New Day's just standing there by themselves with their drinks in their hands, not giving a fuck, not want to be cool with nobody. Nobody likes them. but here's a big thing. We get Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. They're walking backstage, and Heyman asks for a date.
In white lights. Yeah, weird.
And Roman Reigns just blurts out January 27th. We're saying, what the fuck is January 27th?
Did you not see the door?
Jimmy, we see the door, and the
Right.
door puts over the fact that we are getting WWE 2K25. And I'm going to show you a quick screenshot of this thing. Because
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, here's a little screenshot. Here we go.
I'm excited.
Look at this.
Wow.
Let me make
Cody
it
looks
big.
better.
Yeah, he does. Look
He
at
actually
that.
does. Shit. Look at the lighting, dude, in the background.
Right?
Damn.
That looks pretty fucking amazing. Look
It
at
does,
Liv.
It looks like her. There's something off about her head, though.
Hold
A little
on.
bit. But that could be fixed.
Yeah, of course it'll be fixed. All right, it says here. Let me go to the tweet really quickly. Let's see more here. I wonder if we could play this without getting in trouble. Let's try it, Jimmy. Fuck it.
You can if you do it like this.
All right, let's try it. All right, we're
But the glory
Like,
of
don't blow it up.
Relevancy once again belongs to you, the head of the table, the end all be all, the OTC, the tribal chief.
I'm just gonna stop it for continuity purposes that we don't get struck.
We need a platform from which the whole world can acknowledge you. When can I book that on your calendar, my tribal chief?
Now, as you can see here, this is a tweet from WWE.com. It says hashtag WWE2K25 Raw on Netflix, hashtag WWERAW. Add your wish list on your Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam at WWE2K.com, courtesy of WWE.
January 27th.
January 27th.
So is that when the game is actually coming out? And if it is, that's early, bro.
There it is. Oh, the fans pop.
Everybody. It was literally like like a gasp.
When did WWE 2K24 come out? I don't remember.
March, I'm pretty sure, dude. It was March.
Is it possible it's coming out? All right, so let's see what do we have
That's
in the chat
early,
here,
dude.
It says, I agree with you, Labrat. W2K25 cannot hold a candle to the greatest video game of all time, AEW.
I know you're trolling, Labrat. Come on now.
January. All right, it says January 27th is Raw, but January WWE 2K20. Okay, it says it's due in March. So here's the deal. We're hoping to get 1,000 followers here on so you guys can super chat us. And what we're gonna do is March is my birthday, March 15th.
Oh.
So this is gonna happen. You guys are gonna send money so I can buy the video game for free.
Yeah, you better all do that.
But the deluxe version, like the super deluxe version, I want to unlock everything. The $180 gimmick or whatever it may be.
And to be fair, make it 2. If you could buy it for both of us, we'll review the game too.
Yeah, we'll review the game. You buy it for us. Can we do that, guys? Listen, how many people in the chat? We got 27 people in the chat. Everybody gives $20.
Easy. Come on.
Easy. An American, not Australian, please.
No, American. I agree. It's got to be American. 100%.
It's like $12. Anyway, we gotta wrap this up. We gotta wrap this up quickly. Let me see. We got the New Day back. Okay, so now we have Stephen Amell who's there. We have the beautiful. I love Stephanie McMahon. I love you, Stephanie. I don't care how many NDAs. I don't care how many NDAs you have signed against you. Braun Breaker gets a huge pop. Tiffany Stratton, Nikki Bella.
Yeah, that was shocking, dude. I was shocked because of Cena.
Well, John Cena's there. I wonder if he invited
That's
her.
what I mean. I wonder if she's trying to crawl herself back in because now she's divorced her Russian ex-husband because of circumstance, obviously. But that was shocking, dude. That really shocked me.
We get the sexist, racist Hulk Hogan gimmick. And then let me see what else we got here. Stephanie McMahon. Okay, Seth Rollins makes his entrance. We get the main event of the evening. And the fans were kind of dead for the match before, but they were up for this one, Jimmy. Don't you, do you agree or disagree? Bro, this match was fun.
They were up for this one. No, they were up for this one. 100%, man. Actually, it was pretty split in the middle, too.
Jimmy, let me tell you something, bro. This match was fucking dope.
It was.
I'm gonna let you break down this match. What would happen here?
Well, do you want me to actually break it down, or just give it a quick sort of spiel? Well, basically,
quick sort of spill, as you would say.
Yeah. Look, basically, we got a lot of action. Put it that way. We had 1, 2, 3 pedigrees. The one on the on the table where Seth gave CM Punk a pedigree, you could tell CM Punk absolutely shat his pants because he didn't take it well. Like he didn't want to sell it with his face.
Mm-hmm.
But when they went back into the ring, he sold it properly.
I liked when the referee is they're fighting outside. The referee is going to count the guys out, and Seth Rollins gets in the referee's face like, don't do that. Let this play out. The referee's like, but you can't put me in this position. Like they're arguing. I gotta count you out. And he's like, no, we don't want to see. Nobody paid to see this shit. They want to see us fight. And they would go, and it brought some realism to the situation. Go ahead, Jimmy.
No, hey, absolutely. That's why I appreciated this match even more because it did. It really felt that way. And on top of that, did you see the go to sleep that Rollins gave Punk, the first one?
You broke up there. Say it again.
And they showed the replay perfectly, which I loved. I knew I saw that. Did you see the first go to sleep that Seth Rollins gave Punk, the very first one?
I did, and they
Dude,
both
that connected right on his forehead.
They did. They both traded finishers during this match.
Oh, they did, both of them, multiple times, more than once.
Yeah, it was
more than once. But though, Ray, I want to point out one thing about this match. Did it seem like Seth was a little bit off though compared to Punk?
No, I didn't see it. Maybe the vet could have picked some things out. Maybe I can ask the vet tomorrow. But
actually, remember that because I want to know what his opinion is about this show in particular.
You know what I kind of thought about, Jimmy, during this whole match. I said to myself, if the people in AEW understood the business of professional wrestling, this could have been Hangman Adam Page and CM Punk in AEW. But no, No, they couldn't do that. They couldn't work together. They couldn't. They had, this guy had to go. Hangman had to go into business for himself, and now look at this. Like, look at what you have here, dude. This main event was fucking awesome. These two guys.
Because you just said it.
I wonder if, and I don't
they
know.
told the story.
I don't know. But all right. So let me just finish real quickly. CM Punk finally wins the match with the go to sleep, and during that time when CM Punk when he did the pin, finally he was exhausted,
Right.
he was gassed, he was out of it. You can see CM Punk laying across Seth Rollins saying,
I know what you're gonna say. I saw what he said too.
What did he say?
I read his lips saying basically, "I'm fucked" after this match. Like that took a lot out of him. That's the words he said.
Who said that?
CM Punk in the corner. He looked at the ref. The ref was coming towards him,
Right.
and he goes, "I'm fucked." Now I don't know if it means he's tired or if he's injured. I hope it's the first thing I said, not the latter.
No, he's fine. I think he's fine. He's fine. Did you watch the post show thing or no?
No, because pretty much once I watched Raw, because I didn't watch it live, I watched it after the fact.
Yeah.
We had to pretty much do this show.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the post show.
Me too.
Work.
I saw Liz saying there was a press conference afterwards too.
It's on YouTube.
And Triple H, right? I want to check that out.
Yeah, so we'll check that out. We could maybe talk about it next week. But all right, Jimmy. Where's your picture? No picture?
There is a picture.
Oh,
I was just doing something.
Oh, he was doing Travis Scott. All right. So with that being said, listen, Jimmy, again, I'm going to wrap this up. This was a great fucking match. These guys worked well. They beat the living shit out of each other. That was the go to sleep. The final go to sleep was kind of a shoe go to sleep because he legit busted Seth Rollins open with his knee. I don't know if maybe he might have apologized to him after the match, whatever. Sorry, brother, whatever. But
it looked like he did actually. When he got the pin, you could see he sort of tucks his head towards his
that's what I was telling you. That's what I was talking about. And they go off the air, and CM Punk is victorious, and CM Punk actually does an interview after the match talking about how he's 46, and 46, is just a number. And
Really?
yeah, you're gonna see it on the YouTube thing. 46 is just a number, and he wants to be champion again, and Seth Rollins walked out like, dude, this was fucking great. Jim, all right, I gotta get out of here, but what did you think of this Raw? I mean, what did you think?
I know it sounded like I totally crapped on it, but it's not the case. I actually loved the show. I'm just pointing out what they could have done differently. Doesn't mean the show was bad though. Put all the bullshit aside, and I had to suspend my disbelief. Obviously, I actually loved the show. It was a good 3 hours. It was a quick 3 hours.
Quick,
but it did feel like 3 hours in some ways. But like, if it wasn't like, put it this way, I never started looking at my phone. You know what I mean? I wasn't distracted by anything. I was into everything.
What? That's true, brother. I was in the same, in the chat. Listen, I know I asked you guys to do things here and there, but I'm going to genuinely ask you guys to do this. Out of five face slaps, all right, give me a number. What would you give this Raw? Please put this in the chat as we sign off here. I want to know what you guys think about this, and we can leave this. So out of 1 to 5 face slaps, what do you give this? 5 being the best. We got king of 2K24 soon to be 10 face slaps. 10 face slaps. We got the artist who says 3.5. Come on, guys, put it in there. Put it in the chat. What do you guys think? 11 face slaps for Scott Woodford. We got 3 face slaps out of 5 for Bobo. Jimmy, what do you give this, man?
Well, going by me being pissed off with some of these segments, I would say a 3. But going by the spectacle and the show in itself and forgetting that, I'll definitely give it a 5.
All right. I'm going to definitely get listen. Wow, LG Brandon only gave
wow.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Damn, we got
whoop.
We got 2 face kisses, 2 face kisses from Frank's Pickle 2.5 from Labrat. He says too much filler.
Wow.
I disagree, but that's okay. That's what we do. We got 5 face slaps from Revamp Wrestling. Listen, I'm going to give it 5 face slaps. I thought for an introductory show to a brand new audience, yes, a brand new audience, Canada Spaceman with 3 face slaps at least. I think it was perfect. I think they introduced all the characters. They gave the storylines for all the characters, who the characters were. I give Hulk Hogan a fucking face slap, just one big one right across this racist face.
I remember the date. The artist brought this up earlier, but it was January 6th, and they bring out Hogan.
You get 2 dick slaps for Hulk Hogan from Frank Spiegelberg. Listen, I thought this was great, man. I'm interested to see now, as we all do, how they're going to continue moving this on. Okay, let me see. Artist for okay, started 3.5. Listen, this was cool. This was fun. People were interested. People were into it. Yeah, there were times where the crowd got tired, but who wouldn't? I mean, there was so much energy.
That's normal. I don't even use that against them. Put it that way, against the score. No way.
But anywho, man, it's going to be pretty fun to see moving forward. And I'm excited that me and Jimmy get to review this every single week.
I'm pumped.
Kudos to Netflix, man, for putting on a great show. Kudos to the WWE. And at the same time, fuck WWE for bringing out Hulk Hogan. Jimmy, put over your social media. Let's get out of here. I got to run.
Well, I would say DJ Massifix, you can follow me. And you can follow me, but I just can't interact. So till then, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm pissed. I know everyone's telling me to make a new one. You guys will follow me. But you don't understand, man. It takes an arm and a leg to get to that 1,000 mark. And once you're getting there, going for it again is just so, disheartening. So if you want to follow me, you can at DJ Massifix. Also at the PWC network, where I might have to be more active on that from now on.
All right. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, our friend, the Opinion Haver, the vet, should be streaming today. It is Tuesday, so head over to twitch.tv/ the Opinion Haver. Just search Opinion Haver on all your social media. But right now, he'll be streaming a video game. What will it be? It ain't going to be 2K25. I'll tell you that, brother. But check him out. And don't forget to check out me and the vet tomorrow as we review, once again, ladies and gentlemen, NXT's New Year's Evil 2025. I think Obafemi is going to become the new champion, but we'll tune in and see that.
The Rock too, by the way.
Oh, that's right. The Rock will be on NXT tonight, ladies and gentlemen, depending on when you watch.
I'm going to watch it too now.
And don't forget to call Sting at 1-900-909-9900. $2 the first minute, 45 cents the additional minute. Follow me on social media at Big Ray Hernandez. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been I Like It Raw, your Raw review show. Tune in next week at the same time, same bat channel. And I think with that, we are done. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Love you, Jimmy.
Love you too, bro. And love you guys also.
Yes,
thanks for joining us, and peace.
We love you. Peace out, yo.
All American boys.
Oh, yeah. Should I continue playing the music? Yeah, what the fuck? Let's play it out. All right, let's play it out again. Let's give a quick
Shuggy Duggy Quack Quack.
Let's get some racist sexist.
What you gonna do?
All right, we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
This is the Hustler Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hamin Media Group. That's Ben Hamin Media Group from Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.
Later, guys.